Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with this huge development, claiming that Barcelona have officially signed Pablo Torre for 4 years. Of course, it was made official today. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, we're going to be talking about La Liga president Javier Tebas. I mean, this guy don't stop to amuse me with his words against Barcelona sometimes. It's not funny anymore. I mean, Tebas just recently said, Barca are not bankrupt. Of course, we know his previous comments have always been against Barca, saying that we're bankrupt, we cannot sign this, we cannot sign that player. But now he changes his mind and said, we are not bankrupt. Is Tebas trying to play a mind game here? We are going to be discussing on everything he had to say about Barcelona. Then to conclude, we are going to be talking about Gerard Pique, as Marca have been reporting that Pique is very angry with the way his name have been spoken in the media lately. Pique wants to defend his image in court. He thinks that most of these stories have been a slander. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't, give the video a like, and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Pablo Torre is officially a Barcelona player after putting pen to paper on his contract at the club on Wednesday. The 19-year-old midfielder joins from Racing Santander and has signed a 4-year deal. Barca have previously confirmed they have paid an initial €5 million plus variables, which could total €20 million. Here is Barca's official statement. They say, this Wednesday was Pablo Torre's first day in Blaugrana as he signed his contract with FC Barcelona and got to wear his new shirt in the Camp Nou for the first time. He has signed a contract until 30 June 2026 with a buyout clause of €100 million. Pablo Torre has said a few words about the move. He said, the midfielder, of course, I'm happy and delighted to be a Barca player, and he said, I promise to give everything to this team. The young star was then kitted out in the team's new shirt and went onto the Camp Nou pitch for a few traditional kick-ups. Torre has been signed for Barca B, but there has been plenty of talk already that he will get chances in the first team next season. We should see Torre in pre-season with Barca's first fixture against Olot on July 30. So finally, Barca have completed a deal. Of course, we've been talking about Pablo Torre heading to Barcelona for some months now from Racing Santander. Barca have made it official today. He presented himself today, and of course, everything is completed. Will be for 4 years, and release clause is stood at €100 million. I hope he flourishes at Barcelona. Of course, they are saying that he will first of all go to the B team. That was the original plan. But it all depends on Xavi Hernandez. It depends on him because there have been talks about him maybe integrating Pablo Torre into the first team. But I think there will be pre-season, which Xavi is interested to see Pablo Torre play in pre-season, which he can evaluate more on there if Pablo Torre will be fit to play for the senior team. I hope he does. I see him as a talented player. I've been watching some of his videos. I think he's brilliant. He's a brilliant midfielder. He has some kind of Pedri styles in him, which I think will be good if he impresses manager Xavi during preseason. Then I think he will have the privilege to play for the first team next season onwards. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, La Liga president Javier Tebas's discourse has changed in recent days. The La Liga chief had said before that Barcelona's finances would stop them from signing Robert Lewandowski, but just recently he has changed his mind. He said, Barcelona are not bankrupt, they are money-making machine, said the president. He continued by saying, they will have to sell assets, but they are not ruined, not at all. It's not essential they join the CVC deal. They have to sell assets, the president said. That's not the only formula. They don't have to come into the deal. He continued by saying, they are working on it and I hope it goes well because we don't like that situation. But if they activate certain levers, they can make signings. La Liga did not let Bartomeu off, and the clubs know what they have to do regarding economic control. So those are the words from La Liga president, the Madrid star, in the form of a president, Javier Tebas. I don't know what he's trying to say, but of course, Tebas always wants, I don't know why he always fancies talking about Barcelona. And I thought Laporta once told him to shut up his mouth, but it seems as though he does not want to shut up his mouth. He can say whatever he wants to say. I don't know if he's just trying to I don't know. But he's a Madrid star, that one is for sure. Whatever he says, I don't think it should even interest any of us. Let's just see how we can fix our problems. Like, we don't want distraction, because I can see that the president is just trying to bring distraction. Whatever thing he says for me does not mean anything. Does not mean anything. He can say everything. He can say that today he's saying that we're not bankrupt. The other day he said we're bankrupt. We cannot sign Lewandowski. We cannot sign this. We cannot sign that. Then what is he saying now? I don't know. So enough of that. Now moving on to the final story of discussion. Shakira's former partner Gerard Piqué intends to defend his name and is considering legal action against those he believes are slandering him with misinformation. Since news broke of the couple's separation, it has been hard to distinguish fact from rumor as the world media went into overdrive, trying to feed a hungry public with inside scoop. Many of these stories have painted the Barcelona defender as the one in the wrong and placed the blame and responsibility squarely at his door. Gerard Piqué is not at all happy about this, and is set to challenge it where he can. According to sources interviewed by 20 Minutos, Piqué is very angry. I mean, very, very angry about the way the whole of this situation is unfolding and the way his image is being publicly stained. Little is known for certain about Piqué and Shakira's split, and despite the former couple's appeal for privacy and respect, that void of information has been filled with claims which may or not be verifiable. Some accounts claim that Gerard Piqué was unfaithful to the Colombian before and during their separation, and that Shakira discovered this by hiring a team of private detectives. Other reports claim that since moving out of the family home, Piqué has been constantly partying in his bachelor pad. Time and perhaps the hot court trial will tell what really was going on here and whether Piqué's rush is justified. For now, the only sure thing is that the defender is not coming out in good light, and he is well aware of that. Wow, so that's the level right now. Piqué is feeling like his name has been put in the mud. Piqué have been the most, to be honest, he's the most talked about Barca star on social media right now. I mean, everything, even before the splits between Piqué and Shakira, we heard about that allegation of leaks between him and the president of the Spanish Football Federation. We heard about meetings with Xavi, meetings with Laporta, and so on and so forth. I mean, Piqué have not had a great year, let's be honest. Piqué's year have been full of, it's been a mess. It's been a mess. And honestly speaking, if this is like all lies about him, then it's really, really bad. It's really, really horrible. And of course, going to court is not the worst idea, because he's a man of reputation. Piqué is not a person that, as we all know, a person that wants to disgrace himself on the media, and he wants to take the matter to court to those who have been bringing in misinformation about his stories. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. Until next time, bye bye.